Hey everybody, welcome back to Spillage Studios. It's the Slashcast, classic podcast that everybody knows. Um, Back again for another episode. We're going to be talking about Primitive War today, a movie we did for the 31 Nights of Halloween special from last year. We're also going to be trying some new stuff, doing some segments. Just really wanted to first, at the top of the episode, thank everybody for all the love on the last episode, the 8mm episode. Really appreciate all the support. Really appreciate all the comments. It really keeps us going and keeps us wanting to do this. So thank you so much. And if you enjoyed this one, I'd like to see the same kind of energy. And we're going to try out some new stuff. We're going to try and elongate the episodes and have a little bit more of a discussion about things outside. But we're also still going to have our main topic talking about the movies that we promised to talk about. So all that being said, we can get right into it, and I'm gonna pass it off to Patrick, and we're gonna kind of just talk about like what's been going on in the world of movies and TV. But I wanted to talk to Patrick first because I think he's the only one who watched the Oscars,
Yeah.
and I wanted Patrick to tell us a little bit about the Oscars. Was there any big upsets or surprises or anything you wanted to point out?
Yeah, so I really liked this year's Oscars. Didn't watch like the first like 30 minutes. I was trying to like find streaming for it. So eventually I found it. So I watched the whole thing besides like the first nominees and stuff. Um so some general thoughts and kind of what I gathered from it. So we got some horror movies represented in this year's Oscars. We had Weapons, which we've watched. Sinners, which me and Ethan have watched. I don't know if Cole, you've seen it.
I haven't seen it yet, but I've heard it's really good.
Yeah. And then we had The Ugly Stepsister, which I haven't seen, and Frankenstein, of course, which I don't know if you guys seen that.
Hmm.
I can
Nope.
finish it.
Um, so yeah, I think so. Starting off with some upsets, I think Best Picture got snubbed indefinitely. One battle after another took the cake for that, which I'm
I
pretty
kind of
bummed out.
expected that, to be honest.
Yeah, not to get too political in that, but I think there was definitely a little bias there.
Sure.
Um, I think
I mean, people said they
Sinners.
love that movie, like a lot
Yeah, I
of
mean, I heard
people.
it was really good, but I do think there's probably some kind of political aspect.
Yeah,
And
to it
also,
I think-
if you're trying to say Sinners is the best movie of the year, that's just wild.
It is. It's the best movie of the year, by far.
Well, I haven't seen One Battle After Another. I heard it's really good. I also haven't seen Sinners, but
Like I liked Sinners a lot, but there's still like a decent amount of issues with that movie.
And I think Ryan Coogler should have won over PTA. And no shade to PTA either. I mean, they're both fantastic. I'm a Ryan Coogler fan. I love his work. I love Creed, Black Panther, all of his work. I think Creed is probably my favorite movie of his. Sinners is like right up there. So I was bummed he didn't get it, but I think the big takeaway was Michael B. Jordan getting Best Actor. Super awesome to see. I remember going to see Creed in theaters and when I was like in middle school. So he's come a long way. So it was really cool to see from his like Friday Night Lights days. Best Actress Jessie Buckley won for a role in Hamnet. I haven't seen the movie. I heard it's phenomenal. I was happy though she won. And then I was really pumped about Amy Madigan, the girl from Weapons, Aunt Gladys. She won Best Supporting Actress, and I was stoked about that. That was awesome.
that's cool.
And
She deserves it
Best
for that.
Screenplay, yeah, Best Screenplay. Ryan Coogler won. Well deserved. That screenplay was phenomenal. Best Original Song. I was hoping. I think K-pop Demon Hunters won.
That makes sense. It
I
was
don't know
huge.
which song it was exactly. I was kind of bummed. I lied to you. From Sinners, I was bummed that didn't win.
Yeah.
Like I said, I was rooting for Sinners for a ton of these categories.
I'd really like to watch Sinners because I know that Coogler is supposed to be doing the X Files reboot, and I think it'd be
Yeah.
good like something to watch beforehand. I'm still very weary of a reboot of the X Files as it's something I hold pretty dear to my heart. But honestly, I a lot of people seem pretty hyped up for it, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, I
And-
mean, I didn't expect Sinners to really sweep in any kind of way, in all honesty, and for like a multitude of reasons. I think first of all, there's a lot of great movies that came out this year.
Right.
And also just being in the horror genre too, I think almost puts you at a disadvantage in a lot of these kind of awards situations.
Oh, absolutely.
So yeah, I mean,
And then,
overall though, happy with it. You didn't think there was any big weird like picks.
Not really. I mean, there's
I'm not
a
an
few.
award show guy,
like I
really,
said,
so
there was a few. For the most part, you could have done like a coin flip for some of these categories, like best cinematography, best costumes. Frankenstein won over Sinners. That's a coin flip for
Yeah.
me between Frankenstein and Sinners. Both phenomenal. Both look amazing. Best cinematography. So the Sinners cinematographer won, and she is the first female ever to win in the cinematography
That's cool.
award. So that was pretty cool to go see. Well deserved. Yeah, I really enjoyed this year's. Weirdly enough, I haven't really like watched the Oscars in the past like
Yeah, I haven't watched the
5
Oscars
to
for like a
10 years.
decade.
Yeah, and I tuned in and I was like, this is awesome.
Nice.
A bunch of upsets.
We'll have to stream.
Frankenstein
We'll have
won
to
a
stream next year for the Oscars or something, or
yeah
do something.
yeah Frankenstein won 3 of them, so that was cool to see. Guillermo del Toro, he's awesome. He does amazing work. So I was happy to see Frankenstein get some love. Jacob Elordi was also nominated. He
Oh my
didn't
god, dude!
win, but
I can't get away from this fucking Jacob Elordi, dude. Everywhere I go, every article is about fucking Jacob Elordi. I mean,
yeah, he's
I don't know
awesome
anything
though.
about him, but I
He's
mean,
awesome.
yeah. But do you want to
Um,
just transition? Oh, sorry. Did you have anything else to say?
no, those are kind of my general thoughts. Like I said,
Yeah.
I was rooting for Sinners big time. Phenomenal movie, but I also enjoyed seeing all these other movies, get some love too. So just a really good year. A lot of great movies. So I'm stoked to
Mhm.
see what's coming up this next year.
Yeah, and speaking of what's coming up this next year, I think that's what we're going to be talking about. So, I
Yeah.
mean, I know I have a few things I want to jump into, but I think I'll pass it to you, Ethan, first. If there was any you specifically wanted to point out, talk about like trailers and upcoming releases. I know you had mentioned some before we started. That's why.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's some they've been out for a little bit longer, but I was gonna say Lanterns. I guess looks interesting. I know people are upset with the suits, but
I'm not upset about the
I don't
suits. I
really
think it looks
care.
boring as hell, to be quite fucking honest with you.
I don't know. There's some really good actors in that.
Yeah, I
And
mean, there's great actors in it. I just think it does. It's not like what I'm looking for out of like a Green Lantern. I don't know.
yeah, they're
I'm
doing like
gonna. I'll
a
reserve
more
judgment.
True Detective style show for it.
I'll reserve judgment,
Um,
but yeah. But
we'll see.
I think big on the docket is Dune, obviously Dune Messiah, trailer and some images. Spider-Man Brand New Day, also just got a trailer. I think that came out today, or was that yesterday?
Yep.
Either today or yesterday. I just watched the Mortal Kombat 2 trailer, and you know what? I'm honestly kind of hyped for that movie. I will say, like I was telling Pat before the episode, the Mortal Kombat trailer kind of got me with the Mortal Kombat theme coming in at the end. I got a little bit of chills. This movie looks pretty cool for like an action movie all around. And another one I wanted to shout out, Guy Ritchie's new movie In the Gray. I think that looks really fun, like a fun action movie. So I'm excited to see where that goes. But I think the main discussion here will be about Spider-Man and Dune. Patrick, I feel like you had an opinion about Spider-Man, so I'll let you kind of tell me what you thought first, because
No, actually, I don't have. I honestly I haven't even seen the trailer yet. I
Oh,
just
I
know
thought
it's
you
out.
watched it. We just talked
No,
about
no,
this.
no, 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 no. I was asking if you've seen it. I haven't seen it yet.
Okay, I saw it, and I'll say this: I'm a big Spider-Man fan. I was really hyped about this movie, especially going into like kind of a new era for this Spider-Man, and like maybe a little bit less like crazy multiverse bullshit, and just like some real raw Spider-Man. And it does look like we're getting that. We're getting kind of a depressed Spider-Man, which is a classic Spider-Man trope. But the movie, or at least the trailer, kind of gave me two things that I didn't like. First of all, it feels like they're packing it with characters, and I don't think that's ever good for a Spider-Man movie, in my personal opinion. It seems like it's going to be a little bloated, and I'm worried about that. Because I think we saw like 4 or 5 Spider-Man villains. The Punisher also is in it, in kind of an antagonistic role, it seems. And then also, it feels like it's basically setting up them completely rewriting the end of the last movie, because he's like trying to make friends with his friends who he lost already. Like it's like the main focus of the trailer, and that's a little. I just feel like kind of makes it feel a little pointless. But we'll see when the movie comes out. The only thing that was really interesting about the trailer is it seems like he's going to be like mutating or going through some like changes with his powers and his body. That seems like the big point of the trailer, and that's maybe like the crux of kind of his journey in this one.
I'm
And that seems
interested-
interesting.
I'm interested to see who Sadie Sink is playing too.
Yeah, I don't think I saw her in the trailer. I actually
I think
she
she was
might
in
be.
for a brief second.
I think she might be a
because
I
member
saw
of
her
at
the...
the party.
Oh, she's the party.
Okay.
Okay. I was gonna say
So
maybe
she's
she was
like
a
the
member of
big-
the Hand, because the Hand ninjas
Right.
show up at the end, but maybe not.
Because I know she's like the big additional cast member.
Yeah.
Every Marvel movie has like Jake
gotta
Gyllenhaal
add-
was that one
yeah.
year.
Yeah, you gotta.
They always
Especially
add
Spider-Man.
someone.
Spider-Man's got to have some kind of guest star. We did get to see Scorpion in his suit finally, which is cool. So I'm excited to see him fight the Scorpion. I'd have to watch it again. I think there might have been a scene with Rhino. I think Rhino might be in this movie. I don't know though.
Is it Paul Giamatti coming back?
No, I'm not sure. I could be wrong about that. I only watched it once today. And then
Ethan's favorite character.
The Dune trailer, I guess I watched. I thought it was a fake trailer, one of those ones that is just like clips from the last movie. But it's just like a little teaser. Doesn't really give us much. I feel like the images that we got of the characters and their costumes gave us a little more, unless I watched the wrong thing. But yeah, it just seems like it's kind of hyping up for this like final act. I do think from sources I know who read the books, I don't know how they're gonna pull this off, like wrapping this up with this movie. But I'm interested to see where it goes. I love the first two, so I don't know if anybody else has any other thoughts about any of this stuff. But
No, I'd like
Worm
to also
baby.
shout out
What do you think?
Darth Maul.
I just said worm baby.
Oh, baby worm, yeah, the worm baby does look weird. You said Darth Maul, Pat. I still didn't watch that trailer. You said it
Yeah,
was good. Though.
shout out to Maul.
Is
Coming
the
out next
guy-
week, 2 weeks.
Oh, is it a series?
Yeah.
I haven't been following Star Wars at all. Who's
Another
playing
Clone Wars
Maul?
show? No, it's a Clone Wars show.
Oh, it's like an animated.
Yeah,
Okay.
Sam Witwer, I think, is voicing.
Oh, okay,
Yeah,
that's
I
cool.
don't know.
Sam Witwer's cool.
Looks
So-
interesting. I just don't. I hope he doesn't team up with that stupid fucking Jedi. I don't want to see Maul team up with Jedi.
What Jedi? Does he like team up with
There's
a?
like some new Jedi they made for the show.
Oh, for the show. Well, then he's
Unless-
definitely gonna
unless she
team
was
up
in-
with the Jedi.
Unless she's in Bad Batch, because I didn't finish Bad Batch, but
Well,
I haven't even finished Andor yet. So.
he's definitely gonna team up with whoever the new character is. Because you got to play Maul as like kind of an anti-hero, right? That's how they make him like cool and appealing to people. I mean, I'd like to see him just be
I think-
evil.
I don't think he's ever been. He's been like just a straight up bad guy. for
No,
the
in
most part,
Rebels, he's
so.
kind of like a weird anti-hero. Got kind of
Yeah,
like a
but he
weird
still tries to
anti-hero thing
kill.
going on.
He still tries to kill Obi-Wan.
Well, yeah, but he's got a grudge against Obi-Wan. I mean, that's the guy who kicked him down that big ass hole. I'd have a grudge against the guy too if he kicked me down a big ass hole. To be quite honest with you.
Yeah, but I have a grudge with all their kind of people. You know what I mean?
What kind of people? What are you fucking talking about?
Jedi.
Oh yeah, true. I mean, they are a terrible organization. I agree. Much like the Catholic Church.
One Jedi gives me a problem. I hate them all.
True. You are kind of a big generalizer like that. I've noticed that.
Mhm.
Yeah. Well,
I think we're forgetting about one other movie that
Oh,
we
are
haven't
we?
talked about. Doomsday.
Oh, yeah.
There's no trailers really for that other than shitty little.
Yeah,
Hey.
little teaser things. The
The only
thing
thing
meets
I'll say-
Shuri. Is that Shuri? I don't know.
The only thing I'll say is, I'm kind of wondering because people are like freaking out because Captain America's coming back. I wonder, and I don't know if they'll play it this way, but the way they should play it, since they're showing his like kid and everything, they should just play the Captain America's son like they did at one point for like the Young Avengers kind of thing.
Yeah, like
They
that. Do
still
you know
wanna
which
do that.
movie I'm talking about? It was like the animated movie.
Yeah, I know exactly which one you're talking about. Yeah. The one where it's like Ultron like destroyed the world and they have to like or
Yeah,
they're getting like taken
Yeah.
care of by Tony Stark.
yeah. Steve's son Aaron, right, Pat?
I haven't seen that in a while, so
Aaron Rodgers, Steve Rogers' son.
Oh, I see what you
Right.
did there. Holy shit, this guy's funny. We should do more jokes like that. I think that's really that's really getting the view time. I do get it now, sports. But yeah, I don't know.
we're a sports podcast now.
We're probably forgetting a bunch of other stuff too. I don't know if there's any horror stuff, Pat, that you're really excited for. Obviously, I don't follow that as closely.
Yeah, I have a couple I'm excited for. I guess the first one we'll kind of shout out is Undertone, which comes out this week. I know Ethan was talking to me about it a little bit. And then the other one is called Obsession. That looks really good. That's coming out this summer.
Any
it's a
notable
YouTube-
actors, directors? Yeah.
YouTuber turned director.
Oh, like Iron Lung.
Yes, but not Markiplier level, but
Are you
yeah,
talking
that
about
looks
the
really
guy-
interesting.
You're talking about
I think it's
Blondie.
Jacksepticeye.
not Sean Curry.
Cooper or Curry and Curry and I know who you're talking
Yeah. Right.
about. They do like a little sketch comedy show
Yep.
together. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Watched them for a while.
So-
Didn't even-
And you
But I
know,
thought
I
they
think
would've
that
been really good.
transition works really well. I knew we've seen a lot where YouTubers turn directors and they go right into horror. Talk to Me was the prime example of that. So I'm excited to see
I
it.
mean,
It
I heard
looks
that
really
Iron
good.
Lung movie did crazy.
Yeah, I haven't seen it, but
Oh, I did see a trailer for a movie about the back rooms. which I did not know was happening.
Yeah, it's coming out this summer too.
There's nothing in the trailer. It's literally just shots of like essentially what the back rooms are. There's like doesn't tell us anything about it.
You know what's funny? That's another YouTuber turned director.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Anybody?
the guy who made the back rooms is making the movie.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
Well, that's fair. Yeah. Classic Slender type situation. Just kidding. The Marble Hornets did not make the Slender Man movie. They should have though, because it would have been way better. But
And I guess the only other movie news, which is kind of outdated a little bit now, but A24 is going to be making the Texas Chainsaw show, and then we also have the Friday the 13th show coming out this fall, maybe.
Jesus,
I would
everything's
really
going.
Texas Chainsaw show, dude. We just had the best one of all time. I don't think we can top it.
Was there a Texas Chainsaw show before?
Yeah.
He's talking about Matthew McConaughey.
No. That was not Matthew McConaughey. There was a show last year that came out.
What show?
Or 2024 maybe. It was really bad apparently. It's one where he like is like okay.
I
Yeah,
don't
never
know.
mind. Skip over that. Don't matter
Okay,
that
we'll
much.
just it's fine. But yeah, everything's going TV now. Everything wants to do a show. I'm so tired of it. Like I don't have time to watch like 8 episodes of like what should just have been a 2-hour movie. Like every franchise, it seems, is just all going for like shows now. That's like the big thing right now. Is like a high budget TV show, prestige TV show.
And then we're
Starting to
also
get a little
getting
frustrating.
Alien Earth season 2 is filming,
Are you
so we are
serious?
getting season 2. Yep.
I feel like season 2 is gonna make it worse. Like everything
I
everything I liked is
I didn't
probably
want to
gonna
bring
go.
up Alien Earth because I know Ethan is not a big fan. But
Don't worry.
yeah,
Disney is pop up Invincible tagline. Invincible came out yesterday.
Disney is
pretty good.
what? I'm so confused. What does Disney have to do with Invincible?
You don't get it. He doesn't get it. You haven't watched Invincible, so you don't understand the
Oh,
little
I'm sorry.
intro thing.
I'll just go fuck
Yeah.
myself. I'll leave.
Yeah, you might as well.
All right. I'll be back when we
but
talk
yeah.
about Primitive War. I'll see you guys in a minute.
Invincible's pretty decent though. There's a little bit extra, a little bit too much going on maybe in this first episode, but
I actually haven't
pretty
seen
good.
Invincible yet.
oh well. But yeah, second episode's pretty interesting. It's kind of a little bit of a throwback, and I did not get to watch the third episode, but so far pretty decent. I'm interested to see what comes. There's some big things that happen, but overall,
Yeah, I
nothing too crazy.
I think that's all the movie news. So I
All
think
right,
we
pansies.
can transition to the big topic.
I'm back. You guys ready to talk about Primitive War?
I'm ready.
All right, soldiers. Well, Primitive War is why I'm dressed up like a dork. Primitive War is the movie we're doing this month. It was one of my picks for 31 Nights of Halloween, which was a little thing that we did last year where we talked about movies and recommended them to each other. And this one was one of mine. And it was honestly probably my favorite, or one of my favorites of the group that I did for that series. And I was really excited for this one. I did recently do a rewatch, and I think my feelings have gone a little bit downwards. But I just wanted to give some background on the movie first because I wrote about this. So Primitive War was directed by Luke Spark. It's based on a book by author Ethan Pettis, I believe is his name, and they co-wrote the script for the movie together. It was Ethan Spark acquired the rights to make the movie, and he kind of shopped it around to Hollywood, a couple different studios, and he was turned down by most of them because they said it would be too similar to Jurassic Park, which doesn't make any sense, honestly, if you know anything about this movie. But he ended up financing it independently for about $7 million, which is a pretty small budget.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and I think it changes your calculation on the
That's
movie
crazy.
a little bit when you know that it was only $7 million. Because $7 million is not a lot of money to make a movie like this these days.
That's less than Godzilla -1,
Yeah,
which
and
is
so
crazy to think about.
I will just say before we get into kind of our reviews and our opinions, something I want to do more. It's sitting at a 63% critic review on Rotten Tomatoes and an 86% audience score, which I find pretty interesting. I kind of feel like critics probably aren't going to catch on to this movie as much. It's definitely a popcorn, like action kind of dumb romp. That's kind of what I like about it personally. But we can get right into it if you guys want to. I can kind of lead us through a little overview of the story. I have notes, and we can kind of, you guys cut in if you have stuff you want to say. Or at the top of this, why don't you guys just tell me your general thoughts, and then I'll kind of bring everybody through the story, and we can talk about some more details.
Yeah, I can start. So my opinion has kind of like changed as I was, sitting with it a little bit. So I watched this movie shortly after we talked about it on 31 Nights. So I seen it probably around like October, November-ish. Um, and originally when I watched it, kind of had some general thoughts. I just thought it was, I thought the beginning was a little rough to get through. It was just the typical like Vietnam War story. I don't, it kind of starts off slow. I think that's the biggest issue I have with this movie. I think it's a little too long. Maybe you could cut off like 30, 45 minutes of it. That was just me. I think it starts to ramp up a little bit after that 45-minute mark. After they get through all the Vietnam War stuff and they actually start, dealing with the dinos and kind of go on their little adventure.
Dealing with the dinos. That should be our new band.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But you know what? I just kind of realized like I can't really be too critical about this movie. I feel like it was trying to be too many things, but really deep down in its soul, it's just trying to be like a fun action flick. And I think it executes in that. I think it's if you're looking for just, fun action, dinosaurs, I mean, there you go. Now I do think it does some things well that Jurassic Park hasn't done well. And that's just showing like the violent nature of the dinosaurs, especially Jurassic Park is like known for always toning that down a little bit. So I kind of like it was kind of a transition from that because we don't really have big budget, even though this movie's not big budget, we don't really have big budget dinosaur movies that depicts the violence of dinosaurs on screen. So I thought that was refreshing to go see. We kind of have a new take on that. It's really, you know, in a weird way, I guess, fun to watch. Even though I guess that's
Well,
probably
I
not the
mean, if you
right
like
term to
horror
use.
and gore, I mean, I think it
Yeah,
really appeals to you. And just before Ethan goes, I wanted to say to that point that you were making, Patrick, in my reading about the movie, like the background, Luke Spark kind of says that like he was captured by the book and like the imagery and the more horror aspect and depicting them as really like animals instead of like these like, fun creatures or whatever.
yeah,
And I think honestly, knowing the budget of this movie too, I'm sure the vision was a lot more intense and in depth than they actually got to execute. And I'm sure the book depicts that more, but I think it executes on enough of a level that it's an enjoyable watch. But please continue.
yeah. And so I think what kind of hurts it, like deep down in its soul, is its budget. Give them like even just 10 million because whoever the FX team was on this did a fantastic job. Like
Yeah.
I'm blown away how well it looks, borderline Hollywood level. It even looks better than like some Hollywood movies. So
Yeah.
whoever did the FX team, shout out to them. They did a great job. Um, I just think some scenes could have been shot better. The
Yeah. The
lighting was a little tough
cinematography
to
can be a
sit
little
through.
weak. Yeah.
Yeah, and they did some like shaky cam, which I don't like. A lot of flashes, which I get they have to do to like kind of mask
Yeah.
their budget a little bit.
Yeah.
But really, deep down in its soul, it's supposed to be just a fun, independent movie, and it takes a lot of hard work to go do that. So shout out to them for accomplishing that. I just think if they wanted to succeed more or just kind of expand upon this a little bit better, cut out maybe 45 minutes of it because I think this movie almost runs like 2.5 hours. I think
No, it's
so. I
two
think
2 hours. 2 hours even basically.
2 hours.
It's
Yeah.
like 2:15
So
with credits.
yeah, that's a little lengthy.
But I do think there's a good 20 minutes this movie would probably be slashed.
Yeah, and I think
Um,
it comes in the beginning a little bit.
Ethan, how do you
Um,
feel? Oh, sorry, Pat. I don't know if you were.
no, that kind of like sums up everything. Like I said, I'm just gonna call it how it is. It's an independent
Yeah.
movie. It's just a fun action movie that's really deep down into soul what it's supposed to be. I think it succeeds in that. Um, Rewatch value. I didn't rewatch this. I probably should have for this review, but I didn't get around to that. I had like I didn't really have an interest in rewatching it, but yeah, I would be interested to see like a sequel or something. Like I definitely think this filmmaker's talented,
Yeah, absolutely.
and I think this
Absolutely.
crew is talented. So I don't know, I'm happy for them. I think they did a good job, and it's something they're deeply passionate about. So yeah, I'm just stoked for them, and that's kind of just some of my general thoughts.
Yeah.
It's flawed, but every movie is going to be flawed in a way. So
Yeah. Ethan, do you want to jump in on the discussion here? Tell me how you felt about it. I know we talked a little
Okay.
bit, but
Yeah, that was decent. I had like some slight like I don't think the acting was the best. I thought kind of the I don't know. There's some parts that were boring, some plot lines that were like dumb that they added on for like feel like tacked on for no reason. Um, there was parts that felt like overplayed. Uh, Definitely some dumb like let's sacrifice this character 20 times even though they should have been dead 20 minutes ago
Yeah.
type deals. Um, yeah.
I think
Eh,
I will say overplayed was something that I really wanted to mention was the whole like montage thing that they do a couple times where they play the like 60s music and they do the little montage scenes. They do it like 3 times. They could have done that once and never did it again. It was like completely unnecessary to like just keep doing it. There's these weird like transition breaks, and I feel like it's because they're probably trying to follow the book's story, which is a little bit like expanded on some level. But there's these weird like breaks in the story, like when they get on the boat and when they get separated and stuff, that feel like they just drag out too long.
Hmm.
And they lead to kind of a not much of a climax where we could have gotten to the climax of the movie like a lot faster, and that's where I think Pat's saying they could have definitely cut some stuff out. I'll just give a quick plot
Yeah.
synopsis. Basically, this movie follows a team of recon Marines, I believe, in Vietnam, who are like long range patrol. They're army, sorry, long range patrol army soldiers. Some Green Berets go missing in the prologue, little opening scene of the movie, and the colonel, played by Jeremy Piven, noted of Entourage fame. He's like an American comedian. I don't really know anything about him. He was like my least favorite character. But the colonel, who is like a way over the top acting job, sends them out into the jungle to find these Green Berets. Uh, they come to find out that there are dinosaurs in the jungle that are hunting people, and those dinosaurs are because of some kind of Russian super collider experiment. They meet a Russian doctor who is kind of the last survivor of her research team, and through her, they and some hardship with fighting dinosaurs, getting chased by raptors, and like hunted by them, decide that they're gonna go to the super collider and destroy it because no man should have all that power. And there's this evil Russian general who's played by an actor who does a terrible Russian accent.
Preach Kanye.
What, Yeezus?
Yeah, no man should have all that power.
Oh, true, true, true. Praise Yeezus. Just kidding, just kidding. But he did apologize, so it's okay now, guys. Okay. But yeah, I mean
Hallelujah.
that's essentially the plot. It's a science fiction plot. This super collider machine that they were building brought dinosaurs through some kind of warp or warping of space time into the modern times, into the Vietnam War. They're sent in to find these Green Berets, and they get caught up in this larger plot and decide that they're going to destroy the super collider. I will say, on the note of the Green Berets that set up the story, Ethan and I talked about this prior to the episode. One of my biggest gripes about this movie is they do the Predator thing where they put the spaceship in the beginning, if you know what I mean. They show the Raptor in the beginning of the movie before we get like the rest of the plot stuff, because then there's like 20 minutes of just Vietnam War. Like there's
Yeah.
like a village clearing scene that I thought was a really well shot, just action scene and like really good. But like, don't
Yeah.
I enjoyed it?
Clearing methods were kind of bad. Let me just
Well,
stand in the
sure.
middle of.
I'm suspending my disbelief for a scene that I thought was fun. I'm not
Yeah.
saying it was like accurate to actual like tactics. I'm not looking for like hardcore realism in my dinosaur action movie. But beyond that, but I just think that showing the raptor in the beginning is that kind of Predator thing. Like, and even worse because you already kind of know what it's about. Like, don't do that reveal right away because it kind of ruins so much of the reveal when they actually do like see the dinosaurs for the first time.
You know what's funny? Jurassic Park always does that too.
Yeah. Well, Jurassic Park, I feel like at this point, since the first one is past, like you kind of know what you're getting into. With this Primitive War, you don't know exactly what you're getting into if you just see it on Netflix or something. You know what I mean, or wherever it is. Um, so I feel like
It
they
almost
could bury
had
the lead a little more.
it almost
Yeah,
had like a straight to Netflix kind of feel to it. And that's no
Yeah,
discredit to it either, but it felt like a Netflix original, if
yeah,
that
definitely.
makes
I
I
will
think.
sense.
say.
Sorry, you go, Ethan.
I was just gonna say it feels weird to have like the money shot be the first scene, especially because that's probably the best looking of the CGI dinosaurs that we get,
Yeah,
especially in the dark scenes. Because I
yeah,
feel like on the other dark scenes, the shadows just don't look that good, and it kind of makes them look a little rubbery for
yeah,
later in the
yeah.
movie.
I can agree with
So
that. I can agree with that. I think that overall the dinosaurs for what they had look okay. I will say about the CGI overall, I do think the reason it looks so good probably is just because it was independent, so they had a lot of time to let it render and let it actually look like completely finished, instead of like some movies, the reason their CGI looks rough is like they're rushing them to like be published and whatnot. So sometimes that can hurt. It reminded me of like Weta Workshop CGI, like almost like Batman v Superman level CGI, where it's like a little rough around the edges, a little fuzzy with like the editing, but it doesn't look like terrible. It's just you got to suspend your disbelief a little bit. I will say, as far as like the dinosaur stuff, I think the T-Rex stuff is really cool because they're using a lot of newer science based on like T-Rexes and other dinosaurs. With like the feather stuff, but also like the clicking of the mouths is actually, I think, from a dinosaur documentary about like how T-Rexes may have like interacted with each other and stuff. And I thought that was like a really nice touch. It's a more modern interpretation than Jurassic Park, which I think will let it stand the test of time. And so I appreciate a lot of that as like someone who grew up as like a weird dinosaur nerd. And I like the feathered raptors.
Well,
Yeah.
I will say my only problem is I feel like they went half-assed with the feathers.
Well, I think
because it was like they went half and half, and then like for some reason just the male T-Rex had feathers, and then the female didn't. It was like half-assed to me.
Well, actually,
like
with
either
raptors,
you go full into the new idea of like the feathers and everything, not new idea, but the new science, or you don't lean into it at all. Because when you have a male,
but that's
T-Rex
it's not
T-Rex
so
having different.
It's not so cut and dry though, because with like T-Rexes, we're not sure that they actually did have full feathers into adulthood. And that's why I think the baby ones have it, because it's still theorized that maybe they would have lost a lot of their feathers, or they would have been more bristly and thin as they reached adulthood just because of their size. So we don't actually know. And I think they do lean into it with the
I think
raptors.
it's weird to do like a different one for the genders. That is just weird. I know you're trying to like make them more distinct. But you don't.
Well, I think it's like a
see
lion,
enough
right? Like a
you don't-
female lion doesn't have a mane, and a male lion has a mane. I mean, it could just be like.
Yeah, I guess.
But I hear
They
what
were
you're
trying new
saying.
things.
Yeah, I mean, like I think maybe a movie that is already very like a newer idea maybe isn't the best place to try some of that. But I think this is like minor stuff. You're just like into dinosaur shit. But like I thought overall they did a good job with like more modernizing the concept and all that.
I just wish it was either like done more or like done more consistently. Maybe I don't know.
Yeah, I do think the intelligence of the raptors is something I really appreciated. But I will say my biggest gripe with the whole dinosaur situation is the end of the movie, when there's like 3 million raptors for no reason. Because basically the movie ends, they get evac after most of the characters have died, and they have this weird like montage shot of just a bunch of the characters who nobody cares about, like shooting a bunch of raptors that are attacking the helicopters, and it's like an army of them. It's like a battle of the 5 armies, like a fucking wave of raptors just like appears out of nowhere. It's not like foreshadowed at all, and I think they thought it was really cool, but it's not. It's like really fucking goofy.
Yeah, dude, the scene's dumb too because it's like, how many did you say there were? She's like, I think there's 9 of them, because also that
She
fucking
says,
female
9 or 6
doctor
or
was
something.
terrible actress. Dumb, her whole dumb
Oh,
story.
the
She
Russian
was the worst
accents
part
are
of the movie.
terrible.
Yeah, terrible. But like she was terrible too because she just like showed up, was like, I have a morphine addiction, and then fucking that was her whole plot line. And then some dude's like, shut up and smoke cigarettes like an American.
Yeah,
Like,
that
what
was
the
kind
point
of
is this
dumb. I didn't
dumbass
like
plot?
that scene. Cope like an American. They have cigarettes in Russia. I literally said that out loud at my TV during my rewatch. I was like, they have fucking cigarettes in Russia. People in Russia smoke cigarettes too. It's not like an American thing.
Yeah.
I also think some of the American soldiers, you can tell that they're like Aussies or something because they have like an accent they're trying to hide.
I
But
do
feel
think
like
it wasn't it an Australian cast?
It was a mostly Australian cast. I mean, Jeremy Piven is
Okay.
American.
I feel like this movie though had like a bunch of actors that looked like American actors, like
Yeah.
prominent American actors. Like
Yeah, I think the
fucking,
look is good. I think everything looks good. I will say, I think the base
Logan,
stuff...
the sniper guy gave me like the guy who does like the chair company vibe.
Oh, yeah. I know who you're talking about.
I can't remember that guy's name.
It's just different hair color, yeah. I like
Yeah.
Logan. Logan is a good character. I love Logan's like crazy, like the voices are talking to him. My favorite character, Keys, is his boy. Keys gets his hero moment. He's the
Yeah,
cigarette smoking
dude.
badass. I like that the soldiers have like, they all have like distinct personalities. I think that was a good way to like distinguish all of them because they are kind of samey at a certain point. But I like that everybody on the team kind of has a personality, and you do get like a little bit attached to them, so the deaths matter a little bit.
The absolute worst one is fucking Miller's death. That is the worst part of the movie.
Oh, Miller's death sucks.
Field. Like, why the fuck does this? I was about to say what in the movie.
What was that?
The Asian female. The girl who has the most racist accent in the whole movie.
The Viet Cong girl.
I think she was playing. Yeah.
Yeah, she does have a super racist accent. Also,
I get to look at.
Yeah, I feel like she just needed something to do. I feel like they just needed her to have something to do, so they were like, you just kill Miller. I mean, maybe it happens in the book, and maybe it's like more set up in the book if there is that character. But
she doesn't talk about them killing her like family or anything during the whole movie when
no,
it sets up. And also,
I feel like that should have been the beginning. That should have been the beginning scene.
Those characters shouldn't even been in the movie, if I'm being honest. They should have just fought with the Viet Cong instead.
Yeah,
like adjacent character, unless we were going to follow them and have like an interesting moment where they're also trying to survive, and that would have made that like role swapping at the end make more sense, where it's like, okay, this guy is the greater evil than the war we're fighting.
Yeah, and the Russian soldiers, it's so stupid. So in the final like assault on the like Russian science base, there some Russian soldiers from earlier in the movie, they kind of like call out the general for his bullshit, so they're having the same feelings as the American soldiers, and then they free them and like they join the team, and they just get fucking like off screen, I think.
No, one survives. The one gets killed.
One gets to go to the helicopter, but it's like it's completely pointless.
The final helicopter battle.
Yeah, it's completely pointless though, and that scene.
Speaking of pointless, bro, the fucking scene with the captain or like the guy who led the group, bro, that shit was so dumb because he fucking like is running around this circle exploding shit and then gets like to a 1v1 with the dinosaur and like knifes him in the throat and you're like, cool, and then he just explodes. Like, what's the point? It didn't even matter if he could have just let himself die. It really didn't matter if he stabbed him or not. I don't care about his heroic death when the whole building explodes anyway.
Well, I mean, I think it was supposed to be like
he's literally just fucking running for nothing. Like,
I think it was supposed to be like all of his boys got killed except the new guy, and he needed to like go with them. Like he couldn't go back.
Yeah, and then
them.
they didn't even stop anything because 40 million more dinosaurs showed up. So his sacrifice was literally nothing. He could have just gone with them.
Did dinosaurs win the Vietnam War? Like I'm so like confused as to what the like implication is at the end. Is that like is there just dinosaurs everywhere now?
I'm gonna be honest. I think they dove into the whole plot way too. I think they cared about it way too much. I almost would have.
No, I feel like they didn't care about it enough till the end. They just
I feel like the end like ratchets it up into like the stratosphere for no reason. I feel like if they would have cut out the science fiction, I feel like if they would have cut out the science fiction stuff, it would have been better. Like it's just this valley.
I completely agree.
This valley in Vietnam just has dinosaurs in it for some fucking reason.
Yes.
That would have been so much better.
Yes, I completely agree with that. Take out all the science
and take out the Russians completely. Make it the Viet Cong. I agree with Ethan. Like, make it just the VC instead, and make it like a Vietnam movie that has dinosaurs.
Yeah.
Instead of like, I feel like the science fiction stuff is like them trying to set up like sequels. And
well, they're also caring too much about the story. Like they're trying to explain too much, and that's why I kept saying like this movie just felt like it was 30 minutes too long because they're taking too many scenes. Like,
but I think they chose the wrong things to drag out.
Right.
I did like.
I feel like you could have gotten so many more cool scenes. Like the fucking first scene where they go into the tunnels feels dumb as shit. Because I wish that would have been like a fucking fox.
You can't even see anything anyway.
Scene.
Yeah, if it was a foxhole, it would have made so much more sense.
Like they just went into a cave and it was like, cool, dinosaurs are here. And here's.
Well, I actually think it was a foxhole because there was dead Viet Cong in there. I think, or were they just Vietnamese people?
I think they were just Vietnamese. I don't think they had weapons.
If they had weapons, that would make sense that it would be a foxhole that got like inhabited.
But it's not even a foxhole because it's like big enough for them to like stand like 6-man wide.
That's the other thing. When they climb in, when Keys climbs into the hole, he's like on all fours. He's like crawling down. But then when they're in there, they're literally standing completely straight up.
Yeah, and there's like a decent amount of natural light in some parts of it too, and it's like weird. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's just one of those things. You got to suspend your disbelief. $7 million movie, like, dropping the bucket. Yeah. But I think overall, like, I still enjoy it. On a rewatch, I will say I can see a lot more flaws with it. I think when I first saw it, I was like, this is really fun. And, I love a dumb action movie. I will say, on rewatch, I see a lot more of the flaws with it. I still think it's good. I do just wish they maybe had a little more money behind it. And maybe a little bit more time to cook the story a little bit. Because also, I don't think you should take a movie like this and expect to do sequels. You should make this movie with the expectation you are never going to make a movie again. Not like that it was bad or like they shouldn't. That's not what I'm saying. But like you take a movie like this, you don't know, especially if it's independent, it's a gamble. Because I feel like the ending kind of ruins a lot of it because it feels like they're setting up for more. And I'm like, I want it to wrap up and just be it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you
They
guys
should have
haven't
killed
seen...
everybody too. They should have killed everybody, by the way. Everybody should have died at the end.
Yeah, I know you guys haven't seen Dog Soldiers, but this movie kind of reminds me of that. But Dog Soldiers...
Dude, I want to watch that so bad.
Dog Soldiers, though, has like a great plot because it turns into, oh shit, there's werewolves here. It becomes like a survival. And they're just trying to, like, it's a platoon just trying to survive against this army of werewolves. I just felt like this movie would have been 10 times more fun if they just, like, scrapped all the science fiction bullshit and just focused on, somehow there's dinosaurs in Vietnam. We got to survive against this. Maybe have some plot in there, but like I said, I know I get what they were trying to go for, and no discredit to that. But if they just wanted to up it a little more, I just think it would have been more fun as just a full like survival film.
Yeah, I'd love to see what this studio does next though, because with
I mean they're doing a sequel.
Oh, so. Is it? I actually didn't see that. There's an announced sequel.
2027.
Okay, well, I mean, I'm excited to see it. I think if they get enough money from this to like up the CGI a little bit and maybe just give it a little more time to cook in the writing room, I think it could be really good.
What's the next war in
the? To be fucking what's that movie with the Nazis and fucking on the moon?
Iron Sky.
Oh yeah,
it feels like it's gonna turn into Iron Sky.
Iron Sky: The Coming Race.
Yeah, it sounds like it's just gonna become that.
That would be fucking awesome. I've never seen those movies, but I do.
No, I also hope that for the sequel. I hope for the sequel they don't get like they're not gonna have like dinosaurs with like lasers on their shoulders and like.
Yeah, I also hope they don't go the Jurassic Park route where the dinosaurs become like humans or they become like mutants or something.
Scarlett Johansson.
Well, the dinosaurs, I guess, have not become humans yet. That was like a scrapped plot for Jurassic Park. But I just hope we don't get like mutants. Like I like just the dinosaurs. I feel like Jurassic Park straying away from like real dinosaurs has been like one of the big like gripes I've had with it.
Especially the new one too.
The X-Raptor. The Super Raptor. He can go invisible. He has active camo like a fucking elite. But yeah, I don't know.
But don't worry, Chris Pratt can click at them.
Yeah, if Chris Pratt goes, then they'll stop. Chris Pratt, also, stop picking Chris Pratt to be main characters, especially like action heroes. He does not give me like action badass at all, ever. Like even as Star-Lord, he's still kind of goofy. Like it's just not the same thing. Stop. And why is he Garfield?
Maybe he'll be in Primitive War 2.
Why the fuck is he Garfield? Dude, okay, you know what? If Chris Pratt was in Primitive War 2, that'd be fine. But he has to be like the goofy CIA spook guy. Who, by the way, like, also just dies for no reason at the end.
Also, the CIA guy is, like, the least informed somehow. He's, like, the guy who's supposed to come in and, like, know everything, and then the colonel's like, shut up, CIA. I know what's happening here. I know what's coming from, but it's like, no, that's the CIA's guy's job, not the fucking
It almost feels
colonel.
like they were trying to play the CIA as, like, this, like, force for good, because he's like, maybe the soldiers are right. Maybe we shouldn't let anybody have this technology. If he's the CIA guy, he's like, if anybody talks about this, I'm gonna fucking kill you, just so you know.
Like, I need this technology. We need it today.
Yeah, we need this technology because some of our donors want to have it.
I also think it's just stupid, too. I just think, like, the whole portal thing is just stupid.
Yeah, they don't explain how the dinosaurs came from the super collider, because a super collider does not imply, like, a portal in space.
Yeah. It doesn't make any... I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense.
Also, the super collider really can't be that dangerous, because, like, I don't know if they're building a weapon from the super collider. That doesn't make sense.
I don't think they know how super colliders work.
It is 1968.
Is when the
When was the Large Hadron Collider built?
When was the first 2017
built? The book came out in 2017.
Yeah, then so maybe the writer just didn't know.
I mean, the writer also wrote the movie too, so
yeah,
the world's first
like,
super collider
super
operated
collider's been
in
around for a while.
1971.
Yeah.
So in
So
1968,
it's
they
like,
wouldn't have known how they worked because they didn't invent them yet.
I'm not saying the characters would know how they work, but
No,
like,
I
the
know,
person
I know.
making the movie like made it seem super dumb. Like there's
Yeah.
so many other things you could have done. Like you could have been like, hey, we're trying to use a wormhole to fucking.
yes, like something.
Also,
I think-
wormholes
like
don't
that.
work in time. That's not time travel. Wormholes
No,
aren't time travel.
it doesn't
That's a
work like
tear
that.
in like the fabric of space. That
Here's
lets
the
you.
thing. I think this movie
So
speaks
the-
out of two
I guess
sides of its
dinosaurs
mouth.
are aliens.
Maybe they're alien dinosaurs. I think this movie speaks out of two sides of its mouth, though, because I think it tries to mask some of its issues with like the air of parody, but then it takes itself really seriously in other scenes. I think the tonal shift through this movie is one of my other like big gripes with it, is that in some scenes, especially with some of the like Russian accents and just some of the jokes that they try to throw in there and the way the characters act, it's like almost trying to be like hokey and like almost like a parody, but then in other scenes they want you to take it like very, very seriously, and they kind of have to pick a direction with that, and it kind of like makes everything go all haywire, because if it's supposed to be serious, then the scientific aspects of things should be at least a little more realistic, because even me, who's not a physicist, can tell that they're just spouting bullshit.
Yeah, well, they're treating the audience like we're like dumb almost.
Yeah, and I think that's because
appear smarter than what it is.
Yeah, well, and I think it's them trying to pretend like it's like, oh, just like all kind of a joke, but half the movie is not a joke. Like, it's very serious and gory. You can't have that tone shift. There's very few movies that can pull that off. And it's back and forth. It's not like the tone shifts at a certain point in the movie. It's like way all over the place. So I think, again, when I'm saying like more time in the cooker as far as writing for like a sequel or another movie, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta pick a direction and run with it. Like, either you...
And honestly, if they wanted to like really do the science fiction like parts of it, explain that in the beginning, like right off
Give
the
it
bat,
earlier
instead of
in the
halfway
movie
through.
Like, at least a
towards the
scene,
end.
a scene with the colonel and the CIA guy where the CIA guy like explains everything or explains some of it in the beginning, I think would have served a lot better for that later in the movie.
Even just like when they meet the doctor lady, if they would have given better shit then, because I feel like it's like that's like it's still the like no, that's like halfway through the movie is when they meet her, because that boat scene kind of runs like 30 minutes long. That shit is
the boat scene is way too long.
Yeah.
But I think the boat scene is also supposed to be the scene for like Logan, because he's like having his breakdown about keys, and I do like that scene.
A gun in his mouth. And he's
I
like,
do.
No, don't
I
do
will
that
say
yet."
I do like that scene, but it goes to what I was saying before, where the tone shift is like way off, because that scene is like way serious and way darker than like anything in the movie. It's a great scene,
And then
the
2 seconds
acting
later,
is
it's the
good.
fucking heroin scene.
Yeah,
Smoke like an American.
It
it's
was
just
just a combination of like different scenes. It was crazy.
I think
That's not a word.
I'm trying to say combobulation.
It's a word now.
But overall, again, I still enjoyed it, but I definitely, my opinion has dropped a little bit. It's a fun, dumb action romp. I recommend to watch it if you're into dumb action stuff or like sci-fi stuff like that, but it's not going to blow your socks off. I think the CGI, knowing the budget, would blow your socks off if you knew that going into it. But otherwise, yeah, that's like my general thoughts. Do you guys, what would your rankings be now that you've seen it?
I'd say like a 6 to 6.5
Yeah.
out of 10. Like it's watchable.
Yeah,
I
give
would
it a
say
7.
6 out of 10.
I don't know what I gave it in the video. I think I gave it like a 9, but I would give it like a 7.
Yeah, I think it's like a turn if you're not doing anything or you're like running around, maybe doing some chores or like, doing something.
I mean, I did it while I was
on the background. It's pretty decent.
I did my rewatch while I was doing like cable management stuff under the desk. So
Yeah. You can
I think it's a
occasionally
fine
look
movie,
up
a
and see
background
someone.
movie.
Yeah. Like the thing.
there should have been a nude scene. I think that's really what it was missing.
I really thought on the boat.
What?
I really thought there was going to be one on the boat.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Like, this thing's rated R, but they had like the magazine for half a second.
I do feel like they almost underused the rated R, because other than that scene where the bird dinosaur like eats the guy's like intestines out, there wasn't anything too crazy.
And it looks like shit. Oh no, that's something I need to talk about with Keys. Keys, okay, you're talking about his death. His death was terrible. Bros gets all his organs ripped out and survives for like 8 hours.
Yeah, he
There's
did survive
no way
too
that's
long.
fucking feasible. bro had a beak through his whole entire lower torso, and his guts were spilling out. They're like, "Oh my god, they're mangled." And
Yeah,
he's
why
like
didn't
doing
they
the
leave
fucking.
him there? Like, honestly.
They're doing like that scene from Tropic Thunder. You know when he like is pulling out his guts.
Yeah.
You know that scene, Tropic Thunder. It's like that.
They're like reversing it. They're like, we can keep him alive.
Yeah, and they're like, "Oh my god."
Also,
like,
do they not have a medic on their fucking team?
Weirdly not.
Yeah, this movie would have been so much better if it was just Tropic Thunder.
Yes,
With
Tropic
dinosaurs.
Thunder with dinosaurs.
Honestly, if they leaned into the comedic aspects, I do think it would have been better.
Honestly,
Yeah.
if this was a comedy, like horror,
Well, Jeremy
dinosaur
Piven, the guy who
movie.
plays the Colonel, is a comedian, and he's way too over the top for this movie because it doesn't play itself as a comedy.
Yeah, I don't.
Also, the Colonel is like
Nobody
the worst
else-
fucking character, by the way. Like, he just sucks so bad.
I'm gonna wear their skin. Like, bro,
Well, he's just like he's way
this
too over the
little-
top. He's trying to play that character, that like freaking out like drill sergeant type character, but it's just so over the
Yeah.
top for what's going on. Even
And
the
he's
CIA
so
guys are like,
one-liner
"What the
heavy,
fuck
too."
is wrong with you?"
He's like bad one-liner heavy too.
And why are the CIA guys like 90s movie stoners? Like they're just like
Also, I was pissed because I really think that we should have gotten more of that the like old black guy that gave me. He really gave me vibes of really gave me like Dylan vibes from fucking Predator.
Oh yeah.
Like he really gave me, or even no, maybe I'm not thinking Predator. Sorry, he was giving me the vibes of the guy from
The guy from Predator? It's not.
No,
I don't
the
remember
guy
what his
from-
name is in Predator.
I was talking about Dylan, but no, I mean more actually the guy from I can't remember what the movie's called, but I'm too old for this shit. That guy. That's what he was giving me vibes of. I forget that movie is the buddy cop movie that like had like 7 fucking.
Yeah, I'm not
movies.
sure.
Lethal Weapon.
Yeah, Lethal Weapon.
hmm I've never seen any of the Lethal Weapon movies, so I'm out of my
Yeah,
depth
he
on
was
that
giving me fucking Murtaugh vibes.
one. Maybe we'll have to do a Lethal Weapon episode one of these days.
Honestly,
Oh yeah,
they could
okay. Murtaugh is
should
in
have brought
Predator
Mel
too. I was like,
Gibson in too.
I was thinking that actor is in Predator too. I was like, I was lucky. I was cooking with it.
Yeah, you weren't having a face blindness issue. All right. Well, I think we've given
It's,
our
like,
ranking.
it's not Carl Weathers, but
No.
Yeah.
No. I think we've had our rankings. I don't know if there's much else to say. Like, that's really how I feel about the movie. So if you guys want to maybe move into the wheel, and then we'll kind of end off with like what we've been watching, and maybe we can give some people some recommendations that might be interesting for them. Does that sound good with everybody?
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna take a quick break. I'm gonna smoke that cigarette from the
Don't.
intro, and we'll be back with the wheel. Sorry, do you have something to say, Ethan?
no, you're good.
All right, we'll be back with the wheel in for you guys a split second.
All right, guys, we are back to the wheel that gets to decide whatever movie we are doing in September. So,
It's
yeah,
the evil wheel of September.
I guess we should do a recap. What movie?
yeah, we lost Henry last time. Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer. So now we're gonna see what we got. You guys ready?
This is a very Ethan heavy list, as we were talking
yeah,
about.
yeah. It's 4
Now-
movies of mine to 3 movies between you two.
I know what I'm rooting to win, of course. The Voices. Just kidding.
All right. Well, maybe it'll win today, and we won't have to do it.
Yeah, if it wins today, that'd be really awesome. But I don't think so. I think Curtains is gonna be. Oh, Pale Blue Eye. Oh, Pale Blue
Uh-oh.
Eye is gone.
All
Dude,
right.
they want us to watch The Voices so bad.
R.I.P. Dude.
Because I
Still
don't
in the
think another
running.
blue one. I don't think another blue one's gonna get hit, dude. Oh wait, it's not blue anymore.
Ooh.
This is getting more dangerous by the second.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. All right, well, we're getting closer to our September movie, so keep an eye out for that. We're gonna do a little segment, just talking about what we've
Should
been
we
watching.
also be kind of
Maybe you
scared
guys
of
can-
Blood Rain? Didn't you say Blood Rain was like bad?
No, it's like fun
Okay.
bad.
Okay.
Blood Rain is like fun bad.
Okay. Good.
No,
Yeah,
I actually
well-
kind of want it to be Blood Rain, to be kind of honest. But yeah, we'll transition now into the what we've been watching segment, and maybe you guys can find some new stuff to watch in there, and we'll see you in 1 second.
Yeah, we'll see you there.
All right, so we're gonna jump into our last segment here. Like I said at the top of the episode, we're just kind of trying some new stuff, trying to put some new content out there, have some more discussions. So we're gonna talk about like what we've been watching, and maybe throw some stuff at the audience that they could be interested in. I think I'm gonna pass it off to you, Pat, because I know you had some stuff you wanted to talk about.
Yeah, so just some upcoming stuff, I guess I'm looking forward to watching. I'm kind of
No, out of
transitioning to
those,
watch more giallo films. So that's kind of my goal coming up this summer. I kind of want to get into the slasher summer vibe a little bit, so I'm going to start watching some, 90s, 80s, 70s slashers I just haven't seen. So a lot of the giallo films. Um, so some current stuff I just watched was I just watched Green Room, which is an A24 uh, punk movie. So I just watched that. I really enjoyed it. It was really, really well done. And then I finally watched the Thunderbolts,
Oh yeah.
which I really, really enjoyed. I kind of put it off, and I was a little mad I didn't get to see it in theaters. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was up there. I thought it was a little bit better than Fantastic Four.
that's for us.
Um,
They're diabolically ass.
Yeah, I still haven't seen it.
yeah,
My little
I hate
sister
that
told me
movie.
she liked Fantastic Four, and then you told me it was garbage. So I think it's probably not very good. Unfortunately,
I didn't.
sorry.
I didn't think it was
I
that
don't.
bad.
It's terrible, dude. I don't know what the fuck you're smoking.
It
I don't
wasn't
know what half these
terrible.
fucking people are smoking. You probably watched the fucking Escape Pod say it was good for
I
a
didn't. I
billion
did not watch the
episodes.
Dude,
Escape Pod before that.
you're stealing Escape Pod talking points now,
No,
Patrick. You're trying to make this into
not
the
at all.
fucking
Oh, it's
the
good.
captured
Like, bro,
pod. This is the captured pod, captured by Escape Pod.
I think you're being too critical of it.
I'm being too crit, bro. That movie's so ass. You gonna tell me
I
the
haven't.
chase
Listen,
scene was good?
how
Bro.
about this? I'll watch it and I'll be the deciding vote here.
Okay, regardless, Thunderbolts was better. I thought it was my favorite Marvel movie that came out last year. I haven't seen the Captain America. What was it called? Brave.
Brave New
Brave
What
World.
World.
was the Captain?
That was
Brave
actually the
World.
best movie of last year. That was the one that beat Sinners for me.
Was Brave New World last
Sure.
year?
Yeah.
Really? I thought that was 2024.
Nope, that was beginning of last year. I remember
Oh.
I went to
I
that shit like the first premiere that came out in the theater was like half empty, and that shit was, dude. I was actually like so
it
hyped
was
at the
rough.
beginning of that movie. I was like, oh my god, this is gonna be good.
Yeah,
The
I
part
was
when he goes
also
in,
I was hyped in the beginning. I think did we review this on the Comic Pod?
we talked about it on an episode.
Yeah, we did.
We'll have to talk about first steps. Maybe we'll have to do a battle between me and Pat for
Well, I was saying we could
dog
do like a
shit first
Deftones
step
style
is.
thing like we did over on Big Nuke Records where I'll be the
Yeah.
deciding vote who hasn't seen it. I'll give the
Yeah.
unbiased opinion. So
Yeah.
we'll watch out for a Fantastic Four First Steps debate coming up on Spillage Studios. Don't worry, guys.
Or just
Pat,
a
did you?
Marvel 2025 debate. And then the other, speaking of Marvel, there's another show, Wonder Man. Fantastic. It's
Oh
if you
yeah, I
guys
didn't
haven't
even
seen it,
know
I
that came
really
out.
recommend you guys watch it. I was a little skeptical going into it because I know it's like totally tone shift from what Marvel's done, but it is probably their best project. It's easily their best show, and I will die on that hill. Um, I really recommend if you guys haven't watched it. It's only like 35-minute episodes. You can probably binge it in a night.
I don't know, dude.
Um,
I don't know. Daredevil Born Again was pretty good. I don't know if it'll
I
be
don't know.
Born
Wonder
Again.
Man's pretty good.
Yeah,
Oh
Born
yeah,
Again
It's
is
I
pretty
getting a
good.
season 2.
Yeah, Born Again is getting season 2.
I forgot to mention that up at the top, but I'm personally kind of excited for that. But I guess I'll go into what else I've been watching, Pat.
Are
If
you?
you're
Do you think? Well, actually, before we get
please,
into that,
please.
do you think we're talking about Born Again season 2? Do you think they're going to introduce the Red Hand into that as a prelude to Spider-Man? Because that comes out before Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, I believe it. I believe it's gonna come out like right before.
Yeah. So do you think that's what's going to be the lead up?
I assume that because he's in the black costume, which I think is like he wears that when he fights the Hand sometimes. I don't know. I'm not like a scholar on Daredevil, but I think
the
there is.
first original should be that the run, Man Without Fear. That should be
Okay.
the run that has.
But
That's the
I
original
do think
debut.
they're leading up to do like a Shadowlands type thing, which I think is where like Daredevil wears the black suit and it involves the Hand. I was reading something about it, so I think maybe they're gonna try and throw them in there. Also, if Fisk is in jail, I think, or I don't remember what happened at the end of the series to be honest, but I think he's in jail, or maybe he's still the mayor. I think he's still the mayor actually. Forget what I just said, but I think Fisk might be like a little bit off the table as like the main villain, so they might like throw the Hand in there. Also, I think they probably want to bring Elektra back so she can be like officially in the MCU. So I would not be surprised if they're doing like something like that. I could see that. I just don't know why the Hand is like gonna be like a big player in Spider-Man. Unless they're doing like a street level like crossover thing, like they're trying to build up to like a big
I
street
mean, it
level.
does feel like more street level like heroes and villains.
Yeah,
Like,
I think
again,
they are
Scorpion's
trying to
pretty
build
street
up
level.
to a street level crossover.
Yeah.
Because I think they're saving the Daredevil Spider-Man crossover for like a big deal. You know what I mean?
I feel like Punisher's not going to be that big in that movie.
No, I feel like he's probably going to be in like 2 scenes.
Yeah, I feel like it's going to be that scene. He's just going to run into him just to make New York feel like more like a condensed area with these
He might help
characters
at
that
the
they're trying to
end.
bring back. Yeah, I can see that.
But I wonder if there'll be other heroes in it or not. I don't know. Well, Hulk is in it, but I don't think Hulk is going to be Hulk. I think he's just going to be Banner.
He's Professor Banner.
Yeah. So
Which
I
kind of
guess
nice to see him not being the fucking smart Hulk.
yeah, Smart Hulk. The MCU Smart Hulk does kind of get on my nerves a little bit. I mean, I'm not a big Hulk guy. I'm kind of a Hulk hater, in all honesty.
Yeah.
Except the Maestro. The Maestro.
And then
They just
I have
did
one
Hulk
more
so dirty.
watch.
So we'll talk about that
Yeah.
comic episode.
You have one more to talk about.
So I have one more watch. So I'm watching.
God,
I'm finally getting
silence.
around to Andor season 2. And this might sound crazy, but I'm rewatching The Last Jedi. Only because I want to see. I haven't watched it since I saw it in theaters and absolutely hated it and absolutely said was done with
That was
Disney
all you
Star Wars
needed.
after
That was all you needed. You don't need to watch it again. Don't do that to yourself.
But I want to rewatch it to see.
This is like a guy
I
who got
just wanna see
sober
what
off
it's like
fucking
on a
crack,
rewatch.
going like, I just need a little bit of crack. Like,
No, I generally want to see if I hate it just as much.
should we do a sequel trilogy rewatch for the channel?
No.
Yeah, I think we should.
Not at all.
I think we should
I
do
can't
Last
watch The Rise of
Jedi versus
Skywalker
Attack
again.
of the Clones for the channel.
I
No.
mean, Attack of the Clones clears.
Yeah, I mean,
I
I
think
can't
Phantom
watch
Menace
Rise of
clears the
Skywalker
whole
ever
entire-
again.
Well, I think
You know what? I agree with
Think Clone
Ethan. I
Wars.
was thinking about this. I think
Clone
the
Wars
Phantom
is
Menace is
actually
probably
the worst prequel movie. 100%.
Attack of the Clones?
Attack of the Clones.
100% the worst prequel.
Yeah, I agree. I agree the second one is the weakest.
I think.
I still
Phantom
think it
Menace is
clears
actually
The
not
Last
even that bad
Jedi,
of a movie.
though.
Dude, Phantom Menace, seeing that shit in theaters again, I actually, like, when it came
Yeah.
back out, like, 2 years
Phantom
ago.
Menace is good.
Dude, that shit is, like, the fucking watching the pod race in theaters for the first time
Yeah.
was like, oh my god.
Yeah.
Like,
It is
And
probably
I
the
will
most.
always-
It's the most overhated Star Wars movie by
Yeah,
far.
100%. I think it's just Jar Jar and, like, Kid Anakin. And you know what? He's a fucking kid, so give him a break. Like,
he's not
whatever.
even that bad as a like kid actor.
No. And he got a lot of hate for it, too, which really sucks. But I will always die on the hill. Revenge of the Sith is a good movie. I don't give a fuck, like, what
No,
anybody
Revenge
says.
of the Sith is like
I think our
top 2 Star
generation
Wars.
likes that movie, and, like, just older people are, like, super haters about it.
Yeah, I was talking about this, but I think so. Anyone, we're a younger generation of Star Wars fans, obviously, but so obviously our like original series is 1, 2, and 3. Like that's our New Hope, Empire, and Return. I love Empire Strikes Back. That's one of my all-time favorite movies. Always will be
Same.
my favorite Star Wars by far. But
Same.
right below it's Revenge of the Sith.
I actually think Jedi
I-
might be my new favorite of the original trilogy after, like, doing a rewatch recently, but it goes back and forth.
And honestly, Phantom Menace is up there. I honestly put it right below.
My one buddy, Phantom Menace is his all-time favorite Star Wars movie, period. Like, he, like, dies on the hill of it. And you know what? I can't hate him
That's
for
not
it.
a bad take.
No,
That's
it's
not a
not.
bad take at all.
It is a bad take.
It's an objectively
But it's
bad
not-
take with the originals.
No. It's a hot take. It's not a bad take. It's a hot take.
Well, like,
No,
a hot
it's
take can
kind
be
of-
a bad take.
It is a bad take. I'm not saying like it's obviously not the best one because you have just weaker points. Like, you added the midichlorians, which is a dumb fucking thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Jar Jar.
like there's Jar Jar, the whole thing with Boss Nass. Like even though I know I'm Boss Nass,
You did name the gaming channel after Boss Nass.
that is more of a meme than he's actually like a good character. It's
You don't like
there's
Boss
a lot
Nass,
of
dude?
stuff in there. The whole
Yeah.
the whole Naboo thing, like, is kind of bad. I'm not gonna lie.
I feel like the
But
Naboo
Duel
shit...
of Fates.
Yeah.
Duel of Fates is great. I'm not.
I
Saying
mean, the
Duel of
fight
Fates
at
that's
the
the best-
end. I also think the
Best
Starfighter
fighting
run is
scene,
good.
hands down.
I also think,
I
like, the
also
Anakin
think-
stuff is good.
Yeah, but the using the Lucre Hulk as like the thing that shuts down all the droids, and then that's a plot point that just never gets brought up ever again.
What was just that one Lucre Hulk?
Yeah, one Lucre Hulk controlled them all.
And then
I guess
they
made them
fixed that
realize they
they
needed a redesign.
Yeah, they
but-
fixed that. They redesigned between movies.
And my other hot take is I think the Solo movie is actually pretty good.
I don't
I've said
think
this
that's
before.
a hot take anymore.
I've said that before. I love that movie. I think the movie's awesome.
Yeah, I love it. I think it's fantastic.
I think it's way better than Rogue One, which the only good thing about Rogue One, in my opinion, is the end.
I
Yeah,
don't like
do
Rogue
not.
One.
Bro, people will
I'm
be
not
like
a Rogue One
loving to
fan.
die on
People
that Rogue One. Yeah,
literally.
we need to actually just do a Star Wars fucking run at some point. We'll do like the.
Well, we should do like originals, prequels, sequels, spin-offs.
Yeah, and we can do that when the spin-off versions when we get to fucking Glub Shido, Mandalorian, and the Grogu.
Yeah, Glub Shido, dude. I'm really excited to see Glub Shido on the big screen.
Yeah, Glub Shido fans. I mean, Glub Shido's not in the movie, but
He's not?
The only reason I'm rewatching it
the
because I
reason
want to
they say
rewatch.
Glub Shido is like, shut up, Patrick. Glub Shido's talking.
All right.
A Glub Shido fan is speaking right now.
So Glub Shido is like a group of people who are just fans of like the random ass characters like Glub Shido. So if they say like Glub Shido going crazy in this movie, that is like more about the fan base of Glub Shido than Glub Shido himself as a character.
Oh, okay. So like the fans kind of like they've overtaken the image of
it's
the
like
true
stands.
war.
It's like stands for all the like small characters that you get for like 2 seconds in a Star Wars movie that seem cool. That's a Glub Shido.
Yeah, I'm shipping the singer from Return of the Jedi with I don't know, fucking Maz Kanata.
Yeah. All right,
that's gonna be my new Reddit ship. Yeah,
before Glub Shido started talking.
One of the main reasons I'm rewatching Last Jedi is because I just want to rewatch Luke's story arc again. I just want to see if my opinions like changed at all, even slightly, a little bit.
Eating milk.
Oh, I'm Luke Skywalker. I'm actually like I suck and I fucking drink milk.
But I refuse to rewatch Rise of Skywalker. I refuse to watch that movie ever again.
Okay, Patrick, how about this?
I've never even seen it.
I will never watch that movie again.
I actually am the only one I think in this group who was like, I am done after Last Jedi.
I saw Rise of Skywalker in theaters and it hurt me. Physically hurt me.
Yeah,
like I had like
it hurts to watch. It actually like
they ride horses on top of a fucking Star Destroyer. Why do they ride horses on top of the fucking Star Destroyer? Why are the Star Destroyers in like this like exact like grid formation? But then when the Rebel fleet shows up, they're just like in a big ball of fucking ships. What is happening in this fucking movie? God, we can't. What is the side quest with the dagger that's like a piece of the fucking Death Star? And how did Palpatine plan that a piece of the Death Star would fall to a place?
Dude, I had a guy who was like trying to explain that to me and tell me why.
What does the escape pod think about Rise of Skywalker and The Last Jedi? That's what I really need to know.
They don't like.
I'll tell you.
Don't actually tell me. I don't want to. I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear it.
No. I'll tell you what they think because I know.
I don't care.
Debate on this. No, I'm telling you what they think. So they have the Rise of Skywalker. They had the Rise of Skywalker at the bottom, but the one they had a guest on the one time, and they said The Last Jedi is overhated. And I completely disagree with that. Like I said, I think The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker are the absolute most dog shit movies.
Okay, to be fair, their worst take might be that Guardians 2 is the worst Marvel movie.
Yeah.
There's
that's
an escape pod take?
Mm-hmm.
Crazy shit.
Like,
how many people? I've never really watched it. How many people are on the escape pod?
2.
All right, we should have a 3v2 debate.
Yeah, let's get in there. Let's start dropping.
We got to blow up.
I got hot takes that can go band for band with them.
I have some crazy hot takes too. I just like try not to say them too much because I feel like you'll shoot me down.
No, I'll let you say your hot takes.
That's what we need, though.
Yeah, that's true. We got to make some controversy. We got to make some content.
Of hot takes.
Yeah, we should do like a hot takes cast. That'd be fun. Hot movie takes. Hot TV takes. But yeah, I mean, I guess I'll get what I've been watching. Nothing like too crazy. I've been rewatching The X-Files, which I've done like 4 times. But I'm watching it again. My girlfriend wanted to watch it, and I was like, okay, sure. And, honestly, I think just because I've watched it so much, it's really hard to watch now. But I'm also excited about rewatching it because of the reboot coming out. I think it'll be good to have like that comparison like fresh in my mind. Not that that'll be out anytime soon, but you know what I mean. Yeah, I mean, it's still an awesome show. Highly recommend if you've never watched The X-Files to give it a shot. At least the first couple seasons. I think it's just one of the best like prestige TV, like Monster of the Week type things that you can get. And I think the character dynamics and the acting is great. It's shot on film. It looks great. But that's anything I would say about it basically any other time. I also yesterday watched the original like Lara Croft Tomb Raider movie for like no reason because I was just like doing other shit. And I'm gonna be honest, for a video game movie from like that era, like an older video game movie when they were seen as like not good. Like most video game movies were not good. It's not like a great movie, but it's more competent than you would think. I just feel like Angelina Jolie is the worst possible casting you could get. Like also in the very beginning of the movie, she's doing this terrible British accent, and Daniel Craig shows up doing an American accent. And it's just like,
Daniel
why
Craig's in that movie?
Yes, Daniel Craig is in that movie.
That's crazy.
And Daniel Craig plays an American, and Angelina Jolie is playing an English woman, and her accent is terrible. Why wouldn't you just get a British actress to play Laura Croft? It just doesn't make any sense. But it's not like the worst. It's like a dumb movie to put on in the background. But like her wooden acting kind of ruins it, unfortunately.
We're getting a new one this year.
Yeah, I know. I'm excited. I'm excited to see like a more modern take on
and
that.
Resident Evil. There's
also like this ridiculous motorcycle riding scene in the beginning of that Lara Croft movie that is just it's ridiculous. It's just ridiculous. The whole scene is ridiculous. I guess it kind of goes with Tomb Raider because it's a little bit campy and over the top, but whatever. That's beside the point. And the only other thing I've really been watching is I've been watching the new episodes of Jujutsu Kaisen, the anime, because season 3 is airing right now, and it's fucking awesome. The animation is amazing. And I'm really enjoying it. I read the manga, so I kind of know what's going to happen, but I'm hyped for stuff that will happen. And Mappa is, like, enslaving these people. They probably haven't seen their families in, like, years. Because the animation in the show is insane. So, highly recommend if you're into, like, anime stuff, check that out. But that's pretty much it for me. Ethan, I don't know. You said you really haven't been watching anything, but... Nope. Just the Escape Pod.
Listening to anything?
I already talked about Invincible, so...
Just watching Escape Pod.
Watching some dude play through fucking Two Worlds.
Oh, Two Worlds.
No, I'm not watching that.
Oh, well, if you want to watch some people play through Two Worlds, tune into Boss Nasty, one of our other channels.
It'll happen in fucking 40 years, probably.
Yeah, in the next 4 to 7 to 8
every
years.
year we don't play Two Worlds, we're actually getting farther from ever playing it because it's just going to fucking die on new hardware.
Yeah.
Eventually.
True.
So.
We should probably do that at some point. If you guys want to see us play Two Worlds, go support us over on Boss Nasty. If you want to hear Ethan and I and Pat and mostly just Ethan talk about music, go over to his channel, Fig Nuke and Records. If you want to hear me talk about comics and manga, and books and other bullshit, and Ethan's on that channel too, come over to my solo channel, Cole Aspen Knight. And if you want to hear us talk about movies, stick around right here on Spillage Studios. That's all the plugs, I think, that I get them all. And yeah, I think we're going to wrap this one up. Thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you for all the support on the last episode. Hopefully this episode gives you some kind of enjoyment. You leave a like, subscribe, and definitely leave comments. We love to hear from them. We see all of them. They touch our hearts, and sometimes they hurt our hearts, you know, if you're a little critical. But we like to have the conversation with people. So, once again, thank you so much.
Don't ask what your Israel can do for you. Ask what you can do for your Israel.
What? What? Sounds like there's a fucking pterodactyl in the other room. Primitive war in my house. Am I right? See you guys.
Portal.
What is
See
this?
you guys.
Some kind of primitive
Peace.
war?
Peace. What is this? Some kind of primitive war? Peace.